There are many ways to enjoy Monster Hunter. You can hunt stuff, duh. You can be a collector of equipment, or a master of fashion. But if you've gotten tired of any of those things, then allow me to introduce you to monster photography. Yep, that's been my latest obsession in Monster Hunter Rise. Basically, instead of playing Monster Hunter Rise, I've been playing Monster Hunter Snap, running around taking pictures of monsters with the in-game camera. And I've been having a lot of fun taking these photos and sharing them with everyone. So I wanted to make a guide sharing my methods and processes to making these stellar monster shots. It's quite easy, really. Most people playing Rise on PC should be able to do this without much hassle. So, first things first, this can only be done properly on the PC version of Monster Hunter Rise. So, sorry Switch Hunters. The Switch version simply lacks the capability and graphics settings to take pictures with such high quality. It's also probably worth mentioning that not all computers will be able to run the game at the highest graphical settings, but don't worry, Rise runs surprisingly well even on weaker computers, so you'll probably be fine. Anyway, there are 3 key parts to getting the photos to turn out as perfect as possible. Open the menu and go to the 5th set of tabs, and select Options, then scroll down to the Display tab. The first thing to change is the graphics settings, which should be set to high. Now, if that's too much for your computer to handle, you can go into the advanced graphics settings directly below and change things as needed. Personally, I just set shadow quality to low. Makes a huge difference. The next setting is the resolution. Just set it to as high as possible, since a higher resolution means more pixels, which means more detail in the image, which results in a more clean and crisp photo. Mine is set to 1920 by 1080, but a better computer might be able to go higher. I honestly don't know. The last thing we need to change is the most important. This crucial setting lies within the advanced graphics settings that I mentioned earlier. Scroll to the bottom, and near there should be a setting called Depth of Field, or DOF for short. Turn this setting on. This is what will make the camera focus on the monster while blurring everything else. Alright, now that the settings are all configured, next comes the fun part. Or the frustrating part, depending on how you look at it. Go find whatever it is you want to take a picture of, be it a monster, an NPC, or another hunter, and start snapping. Yeah, it's really that simple. Just walk around, try to keep the subject within the frame and in focus, and snap away. Oh, and don't get hit. Now, there's one last thing I want to show you to give your photos an extra edge. Remember that setting called DOF, Depth of Field? It's the one that blurs the background. Well, it turns out that you can alter the intensity depending on how zoomed in the camera is. Using my hunter as an example, notice the difference from farthest zoom compared to the closest zoom. Details are sharper, and the background is blurred out more in comparison. So, unless you're trying to get an image of a larger monster that requires the camera to be zoomed out, keeping the camera zoomed in all the way has been my way of getting the best photos. Alright, now that the photos have been taken, the next thing you need to do is find them. Much like on the Switch, when you take a picture with the in-game camera, the full image of that photo will be saved onto the system without the camera lines. On PC, that means you'll need to access your Steam folder. Now, this could be saved in a variety of locations, so a simple way to get there is to right-click on Steam's desktop shortcut and click on Open File Location. Once you're in your Steam folder, go to Steam Apps, then Common, find and select Monster Hunter Rise, and finally click the Screenshots folder to find all the screenshots taken through the in-game camera. But yeah, that's about it. That's why I've been taking those beautiful photos of the monsters lately. And I hope now more people will too. I'd love to see what masterpieces you all can come up with. So, until next time, happy photo hunting. Be cool, stay frosty.